Okay. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Lisa Griggs. I'm the host tonight of the Winner's Circle. This is our Team Win interview series that we've been doing. And tonight we have this amazing couple with us, Marc and Nancy Tran. And I just wanted to interview you two. I'm so excited to have you on. I know so little about you other than you're this beautiful couple that just spent quite a bit of time in California. And now you are back in Seattle?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. Okay. So, what is going on in Seattle? How are you guys doing with this business? What are you excited about right now with what's going on at NewULife?
Hmm. Well, Jimmy, our business partner, introduced us to NewULife. We've been business partners in real estate actually, and so he's been teaching us a lot about business, and we came across NewULife, and it just so happened that during that time, my mom was going through surgery. Um, So it was like, okay, it's a good opportunity to see if this really works. And
Mm.
so we got the products, sent it to my mom. She was having surgery for her gallbladder. She got her gallbladder removed, and she was
Oh,
very weak. And while she's going through the surgery, she's also going through menopause. So she's having those heat flashes and, just going through it, having a lot of pain. And
mm.
so when we went to California, we brought Somerderm with us and was like, okay, just try it. Because, when we told them over the phone, they were like, no, it's okay. We don't want to try it. It's like with our parents, they can be very traditional, so they don't want to try anything outside of, like herbal remedies or anything like that. But if you bring it to their doorstep, they'll try it out. So then after my parents used it for a few weeks, my mom realized that she wasn't having any of her hot flashes. Her recovery from surgery was getting better. And one of the biggest things that she really hated, and this is just even before her surgery and before menopause, was her headaches, and her headaches disappeared. So it was great to see that the product actually works. And so that's what motivated us to like really push it um for ourselves. And then and on as a side note, it definitely worked for us too. That's why we even brought it to our mom. I forgot. Like I
Yeah,
was just
we used
excited
it
about my
first.
mom. But we used it first,
Wow.
obviously.
I'm excited about your mom too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
That
I'm
she
over
had
here
the
getting excited
results
for
with.
her, but yeah.
Yeah, I love that she had these awesome results with headaches because that can be really debilitating.
Oh
To
yeah.
where, if you have headaches really bad, it's almost to where you can't function because you have to go and really, turn off the lights and try to go to sleep. And, it's just, I've had a lot of friends that have suffered through the years with really bad migraines. And that is not an easy thing to work through. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
she got the results that she did. So okay, so now we're going to back up a little bit and
Yeah.
tell us what your results have been on the product.
Oh yeah. So let's see. You want to start, babe, or you want me to?
I guess I can start since you kind of talked a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I first started, we were both kind of like we liked the business model at first, so we were just like happy that the product when we started using it too, it was working for us. We were noticing more energy. I think for me it was energy because like normally when I wake up, I like to like go for a coffee or something. But when I started using Somaderm, I was using less coffee, and I like not drinking coffee because sometimes you get that crash and whatnot. So I started I started have not have to like rely on coffee for my energy. And what was it? Sometimes I get was it like my back pains and stuff? I was noticing I wasn't getting back pains, but I was having energy to like want to like exercise and stuff too. So that was like the main differences I saw in me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would agree. Energy was the biggest factor for me, especially because I personally have ADHD. I finally got around to actually getting diagnosed, and it was like, yeah, you have ADHD. I was like, okay. So I was really relying on Adderall for a long time. And with Adderall, I don't really like how Adderall makes me feel dull. Like it really does work, definitely, but it makes me feel like all my emotions are like kind of like subtle, like I don't know how to explain it. It dulls your emotions.
Mhm.
So being able to use Somerderm without having to take Adderall anymore is great. It's Adderall. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
let's see. Aside from the energy, Well, actually, just energy in general, and so and be the side effect of having your libido increase, that was a really big benefit for us too. Especially because now we can announce that we have baby number 2 coming, and
Oh,
I was like,
yay!
yeah, so it'll be the first gel baby,
Oh
or
my
so
gosh,
Joe says, right?
the
He
first
calls them
gel
gel
baby.
babies.
That's so awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. That's great.
Hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Nancy, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I actually, not gonna lie, these past few days, because we've been, camping and traveling, I haven't been using Somaderm, so I feel like my energy's been lower. But I feel like with Somaderm, my energy is better during the pregnancy because comparing this one to my last pregnancy, I have more energy compared to my first. I don't know if it's because I'm like my body's used to it or something, or it actually is the Somaderm. But I do feel like I have more energy during this pregnancy than the first one.
Yeah, she
That's
gets cranky
awesome. Yeah,
without it.
that's usually it's one of the things that, people, one of the testimonies will say that a lot of women talk about that are pregnant that are using the gel is that their pregnancies are much easier when they're taking the gel versus when they're not. I just did an interview yesterday, and this basically almost the same thing, the same testimony rather that you're saying is that they feel better being on Somaderm through their pregnancy. So what trimester are you in?
I'm nearing the end of my first trimester. So I'm about 12 weeks.
Okay, awesome. And you're still using the product.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome. That is
Before and during.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
using it before. I guess that's what helped us get pregnant.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. I was talking about it last weekend's interviews. I was talking about how I'm 51 and I still haven't went through menopause. And I love the fact that I have not went through menopause, and that I'm using this Somaderm, and
Yes.
everyone that's watching us right now, this is the product that we're talking about. It's called Somaderm. It's a transdermal, basically somatropin that is a class 3 drug, but this is microdosing it so you can still get it over the counter.
Mhm.
And it's an amazing, amazing product. It's just a gel and you just put it on before you go to bed at night and in the morning, and it just works wonders. So I'm so happy to hear that. So with everything going on in real estate, I want to transition for a moment. How do you feel about what's going on in the market? There's some new laws that are going to be passing. As people that are in the real estate industry, that's your career. Is there any concerns right now about the big shift with these laws coming out? I guess there's some new laws coming out. Is that something that there's a concern there at all, or how's the market doing for you? I mean,
I think well, personally, just to be transparent, Nancy and I, we did commercial real estate starting last year. So we're more into the commercial side. And then just a few months ago, I actually got my license here in Washington as a real estate broker or agent, as other states know it. But with all the mentors that I have and with what we've seen and with our personality, real estate is always going to shift. It's always going to be up and down. It doesn't matter if it's like if people will say the market is going up, people will say the market is going down, people will say it's like stale. It doesn't matter. What matters is your ability to pivot. If you're able to pivot in the market, in anything actually you do, in anything in life, then you're able to make it work. Yeah, so like yeah, a lot of people are having concerns. Maybe it's maybe that's a projection of what they're feeling with themselves. But in general, I think that there's opportunity anywhere and everywhere, and we're pretty positive about our real estate journey right now. So yeah, I think
yeah,
I don't
that's
think there's any
awesome.
concern.
So
Yeah.
with commercial real estate,
Mhm.
is this, because you both chose to do this as a business, obviously you're not just customers of the product, even though
Mhm.
it's a great product and it's helped you tremendously. Is this something that you're doing as a business kind of to go alongside of the real estate because you're networkers naturally? I mean, your personality is very uplifting, Mark.
Mhm.
So you seem like you're a good connector.
Yeah.
And I bet you that people feel very safe with you,
Mhm.
and they feel like they can trust you. You seem very, very personable and easy to trust. Is that, kind of what led you into networking? Like, have you done this industry before, or is there some
Yeah.
connection there?
I've actually done network marketing companies before. I was in USANA, I was in Yoli, and I've heard about Herbalife and other things like that. I didn't have such a great experience with business in the business model of it. And also because, you know, it's not that I don't believe in it. I just believe that everything's about timing, and we didn't come at a good time, you know? So, and the products, what I've learned with my partners and with my friends when we started network marketing was that, yes, we gained traction in the beginning, but then slowly it trails off. And that's something that we didn't like, you know, that's why we ended up not doing it anymore. One of the biggest factors is not having the right support. And I think having you and Jordan and, you know, the support of the CEOs I think that's incredible. And that it's a big game changer. And also about timing, because this is an incredible time to start, you know. Before with the other past companies, I think our leaders just left us in the dust. You know, it's kind of like, okay, we got you started, and now, you know, you just hear crickets. So when I heard about NewULife again through Jimmy, of course we had our own questions, and we're like, hey, does this product work? First and foremost, because, you know, being a connector, we love being fully transparent about what we do. Especially as people of faith, we want to share things that actually work and is, you know, at the end of the day, not a scam. Right now, everybody's just scared of like everything that's fraudulent. People's getting sued left and right, even in the industry, in the real estate industry as well. So being truly transparent with everybody, and also making sure that what we have is actually benefiting us, you know, benefiting everyone around us. So yeah, so that's our experience anyways with the past.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think I'm also a woman of faith, and I think it's really, really important to have products that are efficacious. That is a big driving factor. I love all the products. TriMLT is actually one of my favorite products too. I've been able to lose a tremendous amount of weight on these products. Taking the Somaderm and the TriMLT has just completely transformed my body. I mean, my muscle definition, I burn so much fat. I don't have as much inflammation. You know, even though I haven't like been through menopause, you know, I'm not moody when I do have my cycles, like I sleep better. There's just been so much improvement because the formulations are so, so good. And I love that you said that about the support and the CEO. Alexi is such an amazing formulator that's formulated all these products. And, you know, I just can't wait for more things that they're going to bring out. But obviously this is the this right here is the crown jewel for sure. This is what we want to definitely get in the hands of everyone to help them reset their hormone health. I want to ask you, you were mentioning about support and different things in business. Do you have the same support, I guess, here with personal growth that you have in real estate? Because obviously you two are a couple, you're a married couple, you have a young family, now you're going to have another baby on the way. Does that play a part in your business strategy? Like, do you do this business together? Or Mark, do you lead it more? Nancy, do you also talk about the products too? You know, what does that partnership look like?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, babe.
We do it together, and I think Somaderm is really easy to talk about. Like, maybe because, you know, in our profession we go out and network, but it's mainly you can just easily just, you know, slide it in conversation too. Like, you know, I've been using this product that's like been making me have a lot of energy, and I've just been feeling a lot better. And like, who does not need more energy? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't need more energy,
Yeah.
you know? So it's a product that I love, that it's very versatile and like easy for like anyone to be able to use it, you know? So like, with, you know, with my husband, we work together in real estate too. And we do NewULife together just by like, you know, talking to people about it. But yeah, like we do everything together.
She has her own network. I have my own network.
Yeah,
She's the cuter one, so a lot of people feels easier to talk to her, you know, and then they come to me if they want, you know, like they want to go out and have a drink or something like that.
Point on that, when like you have couples, you know, like I can more pertain to like women. I can talk about, you know, like people who are pregnant, or like people who have menopause, or like, you know, other symptoms and whatnot. And he can talk about manly things.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I love that. Thank you for, just explaining that, how that partnership works, because I've always wanted to know that with the couples. And you're the first couple actually that I've interviewed. I've interviewed, siblings, sisters that are doing the business together. I've interviewed single moms that are doing the business. And I've interviewed single men that are doing the business, but you're the first couple that I've interviewed. And I love that you do it as a partnership. Because God sent them out 2 by 2, and he
Yes.
doesn't want us to do life alone. And I feel like I'm sort of an anomaly in this industry, because even though I've had the success that I've had, generally the ones that do really well in our industry of referral marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing are couples. They are generally the top money earners. So even though I've had a lot of success being a single mom, I would prefer to do this as a partnership, And of course, I have an excellent, amazing partner in Jordan. He's my personal sponsor. He also, led me back to the Lord, which is so amazing. And we have an incredible, synergy and great chemistry, so it does work. And I feel very grateful for that. So I thank you for sharing that with us today. Is there anything that you hope to accomplish as a couple or as a partnership here at NewULife that you haven't experienced in previous companies?
I think the most important one would be just to be able to, create financial freedom. I think that's like the common denominator with everybody that joins any of these companies, right? I think that's the top of the list: financial freedom and time and freedom. That's like the biggest, fishing hook, the bait on the fishing hook, anyways. And so, one big thing is that Nancy just got laid off last week, and so it gives us the opportunity to 100% put our full focus on real estate and NewULife and any other opportunity that comes to our way. The more tools that we have under our belt, the better. But as entrepreneurs, I think that we both have entrepreneurial hearts and minds. We can't stay at a 9 to 5 anyways. We were talking to Jordan. Jordan was like, hey, by the end of the year, Nancy will be able to to quit her job. And so God was probably just like, nah, you don't need the job anymore. Just do it now. So in a strange way, we kind of got some passive income through unemployment, but we kind of want NewULife and real estate to be that bigger tool for us to achieve those goals, especially with baby number 2 coming, and we want to keep on going.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love hearing this. So when you do the business as a partnership, as a couple, as a married couple, and obviously, having already a child at home and then having another one on the way, do you ever feel really overwhelmed by like what direction to go in? Obviously, Nancy, this must have been a big hit for you with with the layoff. And then obviously Mark was just saying that not even sure if you need to go back out and get another job. How is that playing on your decision making, I suppose, with regard to what the future holds for you?
Yeah, I would say it was, of course, a shock, but we definitely, and we didn't I wasn't down in the dumps.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, oh, well, yeah, you get to focus on the businesses now. Like Mark said, we're entrepreneurs at heart, because we're like, oh dang, now I can't be too comfortable on a steady income, but now it just gives me more time to work on the businesses. Lately I've been focusing more on supporting Mark in real estate. Our schedules were that he was watching our son during the daytime and he would work at night, and then I'd work in the daytime and he'd work at night, and now it's flip-flopped. So
yeah.
So our schedules changed just so that I can support him more. And yeah, I think
overall, I think it's great, because either way, we did this in the beginning so that we can just stay home. Stay home with Leo and make sure that we are able to. He has both presents from mom and dad here, because that's what I grew up with. That's what she grew up with, and it was all done through our parents being entrepreneurs. And so now that we're able to provide that, we're able to see it working. It's like, okay, we're not like extremely wealthy people, but at the end of the day, most of the wealth is with our time given to our son. So and then we want to continue doing that. I think it was funny because when Nancy got laid off, the first thing she was like, I am not looking for another job.
2 jobs already.
Yeah. And I was like, good, I wasn't gonna tell you to.
Interview ever. Everything is just going sideways right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got my own stuff going on. Believe me, I got to be in court next week. I have no idea what's happening with my house. So, I get it. But hey, you know what? Romans 8:28, Nancy, all things work together for the good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose.
Oh,
That
God,
means that
goosebumps.
he is working everything together for his good.
Yeah.
So if you got laid off and you said, I'm not looking for another job, that's by the Spirit. And so, God's going to take care of you both and your beautiful family. I think my last question for you too is with regard to Nancy, you mentioned helping Mark in his business. Okay. And then obviously you just had this layoff. So you mentioned that. Is there a skill set that you believe that you're using to help Mark that you use for NewULife? And I guess the question is addressed to you, Nancy, but wondering, Mark, also if you could answer that because you're both entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, might I add, who are having success and doing some different things in real estate and this, that, and the other. And Mark, you also talked about pivoting, which is adapting and overcoming, which means that your AQ, your adaptability quotient must be somewhat high. And that's a skill that you're going to use a lot in network marketing. So I guess, can you answer that question with regard to your skill set, Nancy, and maybe Mark, and how that kind of fits in with what we're doing here at NewULife?
I think for us, mine as a partner is support. Because, we're taking calls or he needs to meet with people and whatnot. And so I'm there for when I need to, take care of our son or he needs time to do this. So when he needs time to do this, then I'm doing, the household or, handling with our son and whatnot.
All the back end.
All the
back end support, just not with just family or real life, but back end support with logistics. I mean, that was your previous job. Like, she's amazing at it. That is something that I suck at, like branding myself. And like, I'm in the process of right now branding myself as a real estate broker. And it's like, what am I doing? And that's the pivoting part, right? We have to learn how to use AI now. We have to learn how to use all this amazing resources that is on the computer that, that we're uncomfortable with using, but having to learn how to use because all these the younger generations is utilizing it and making like millions just staying at home. So that's part of the pivoting part. And I think Nancy answered it best. She's just doing an incredible job at being the back end and support for me to go out and actually do the networking and talking and meeting people in person.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So are there certain tools, Mark, that you use that you've had to learn, to use, like the AI you mentioned? Is that a tool that you and Nancy use to build your business in real estate as well as in NewULife?
It's something that we're actually learning now. It's definitely a learning curve. Like we haven't learned how to really fully optimally use it. There's like so many programs out there that you pay for. And so we're just asking people for help, and because a lot of people are already playing around with it, so we're just kind of just bumping ideas with people to see what works best. But right now we're just kind of before utilizing that, learning how to like get VAs or something like that to help us with more of the back end stuff.
Okay.
Or what else are we doing?
Well, I find myself using AI the most when it comes to like writing out scripts or like,
exactly.
we have captions or like when you have social media posts, like, sometimes you don't really know what to say. So you just put it in ChatGPT and then it's like, I need an Instagram caption for this. And then it'll make something up.
Make something up and then you use that and then kind of like get a rough draft and then use it in your own language, because we don't want it to be completely like AI. That's kind of a little scary, but we want to just use it as a tool so that we can be more personable and be a bit more professional. Efficient. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you both being here tonight in living color and just sharing all your different thoughts, everything that, this business has been obviously a blessing to you. The products have been a blessing to you. I love the whole gel baby. I'm so excited for you both. And I'm excited to see what God is going to do in your business and in your life by the end of the year, especially you, Nancy, because So because you're kind of, open right now, to what God is doing with just this new transition that you're in with the baby and then also getting laid off. So it's a lot of adjustment, and I'm excited for you to see how you're welcoming this pivoting part of your season. So
Mhm.
is there any final thoughts that you would have for maybe couples that are, considering being in business together with NewULife? Is there any final thoughts that you would have?
I think one thing that pops into my mind is that if you are doing any type of business or being an entrepreneur in general, you just gotta take the risk. Yeah, you know, this is, I don't want it to sound like crude, but I remember one of the first things that my friends told me when right after high school, he was just like, if you're scared of money, you make no money. So, and just in general, I think this translates to if you're scared of taking risks, then you won't get to see the benefits outside of that. Yeah. So just try it. Just try everything. It doesn't hurt.
That's so true. It's so true. Thank you for sharing that. Anything,
Yeah.
Nancy?
Oh, I was gonna say it's easier to go through it with your partner, like you said, Lisa.
Mhm.
You found that more of like partners, couples find success in this business, and I completely like believe it because you have your life partner, you have your accountability partner, your business partner all in one,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Whenever she's down, then I can take it up. Whenever I'm down, she can take it up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best part.
I love it. I love it. Or in my case, when my partner's on vacation, then I'm working.
Yeah.
On vacation, he's working,
That's
but
when you
it's
reach
all
out to
good.
us.
Yeah. We have a great time with it. I loved interviewing you two tonight, and thank you so much for doing this with us. And we love you. And is this going to be a boy or girl, or do we know yet?
we don't know
We don't know yet. Yeah,
Okay,
next
so
month, but we'll figure it out next month.
okay, so you're going to give us an update, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, you'll let us know, and we'll be able to get it out there. Okay,
Okay.
thank you again so much.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
Okay, bye.
Bye.